complex negotiation, its agenda is set before the negotiation starts. In a simple negotiation like buying, selling, or a salary negotiation between an employee and his boss, this element is not relevant. But when a negotiation is characterized by many items, many negotiators, and long discussions, several months or years, the negotiations agenda becomes very relevant. Whoever defines the agenda has the power of 1. Including or suppressing items to be negotiated. 2. Changing the order in which the items are discussed. And here the order of the factors does change the result. 3. Privilege or not some items while disregarding others, planning more time and focus on some subjects and less on others. And 4, establishing dependence relations among items being negotiated. That means one item becomes a requirement for others. Usually the agenda is defined through a negotiator's agreement, but it is possible that one of them, because he has more power or the meetings physically occur in a place of his own, or because he was previously defined as the negotiation process organizer, he may have a more active role in the agenda definition. In this case, he has an advantage, as he has certainly built an agenda considering his negotiation interests and not necessarily considering the other negotiators' interests in the same way. Due to this risk, it is common to have complex negotiations taking place in a neutral site, having a trustful and preferably also neutral organizer. Or the negotiation rounds are organized alternately, with the responsibility over the organization and agenda definition passing from one negotiator to another in sequence. Even so, the process of defining the agenda must have the participation of all the negotiators, avoiding that items preferred by one negotiator prevail over the others. The agenda reflects priorities. When, for any reason, the time for negotiations is limited, the priority items, those that are more important to all negotiators, they must appear first in the agenda. In the middle of a negotiation, the priorities may suddenly change for external reasons. For example, a ceasefire negotiation can become more urgent if the violence in the war unexpectedly escalates. In this case, the negotiators shall change the agenda to accommodate the urgency. In long negotiations, the agendas and sometimes the interests and the negotiators themselves change over time. Keeping the documentation of the discussions up to date and trying to close discussion items that are more or less agreed avoids the unnecessary prolongation of the negotiations. We'll continue in the next video.